going on? This GFSSL League, and we have the owner of the Bears, and you also the owner of the league. How you doing?
Man, I am doing good. How are you, my man?
Doing great, doing great. So for the new owners and those that don't know you, of course, we have viewers that not actually in the league, but they keeping up with the league. Can you first
Yep.
explain where you from, and who introduce yourself?
So, my name's Hunter, from Dallas. So, I live pretty damn close to where the Cowboys headquarters is, pretty close to where they play. But never been a Cowboy fan. I don't mind them at all, but I gotta be a Bears fan. So, just kind of a little backstory, y'all. When I jumped on the bandwagons of all the teams that were doing good was 2000 and probably three or four for all sports. And at the time, I thought Craig Krenzel was going to be it for the Bears. And it's now 2023, and he was not it. And we've been waiting for 19 years to find it. So I got to hope that QB1 is it. But yeah, that's it. That's a little bit about me.
That's absolutely amazing. So we also add in some of the users, some of our owners from other teams around the league. One of the questions is, now that Montgomery is gone, how's the running back situation looking like?
Okay, so anybody who's familiar with me knows that I run the ball because I suck passing the ball. Just simply put, and especially because that's what the Bears do best. And being from Texas, I'm a huge Longhorn fan, and we do have. So I'm going to ruffle some feathers here. So Bijan Robinson was the Texas running back last year, and everybody knows he went to Atlanta, and he's going to be great there. But Roshan Johnson, guys, if y'all don't know who Roshan Johnson is, he was the backup to Bijan last year. He is the truth. So I'm going to tell y'all from the jump, Deontay Foreman on the block. I'm going to tell y'all from the jump, Khalil Herbert on the block. I'm about to roll with Roshan Johnson as my running back one, Tristan Ebner, who's not even probably going to make the team in real life. He's going to be my running back number two. He's actually a Texas guy too as well from Baylor. So, yeah, David Montgomery sucks that he's gone, but I'm ready for Rojo, and Roshan's gonna make some noise this year.
Yeah, the Houston Texans will definitely be at your front office right now. We struggling. I don't even expect us to do much this first season, second season.
Sweet,
So we
let's
definitely going
do
to
it.
front office.
Let's do it.
So how do you plan to be successful year one without being considered a Cheddar Bay biscuit?
Okay, I think I know who it is, but who asked that? But I go as my run offense goes. Anybody will tell you I can't defend the pass worth shit. YouTube, if you flag me on that, sorry. I cannot defend the pass, and then especially because the Bears have absolutely no pass rush. Guys, y'all better be ready to eat. Don't throw to Jalen Johnson's side. Don't throw to Jaquan Brisker because I will pick you off if you're throwing to them. But other than that, yeah, y'all are going to eat, but running, I will shut you down. I don't know how, but I will. And running, that's all I'm going to do because, again, y'all are going to see me. Guaranteed I throw 40 picks plus this year. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's going to be at least 3 a game. And it is what it is. I'm just going to roll with it.
Yeah, and that question came from the Giants owner. He's been bullying everybody so far.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna y'all are gonna tune in. Y'all are gonna hear me rage. Y'all are gonna hear me have some music in the background to keep my it's gonna help my feelings stay at bay slightly, but I am gonna rage because inevitably I'm gonna throw picks. I'm gonna blame it on the game, and it's me. You're gonna be like, bro, why are you throwing that ball? But it is what it is.
Are the rumors true about the Bears owner being a degenerate? This is coming from the Chargers.
Yeah. So me and Vin, we go back. He's probably tagging on to I am a degenerate, but he's also a huge wrestling fan, as am I. So I'm gonna tell you, Vin. I'm gonna give you like a little. Let me think. So let's go 90s WWE. I'm going to be like Kane. Nobody really knows who I am initially. You got the Undertaker, and that's going to be maybe the Packers in the division. People are going to think like he's got the division on lock, but I'm going to come out and I'm just going to be like, oh my God, it's Kane. And it's going to be, oh my God, it's Justin Fields. Justin Fields is going to run the North. I'm just telling y'all.
Man, okay, so we're gonna stamp that. This thing about this Me being ESPN or the GFSL Football Network, I'm stamping that. And from the Giants, you're talking about winning 13 games.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So how will you overcome how terrible you are at the game? This coming from the Packers owner.
It's called RPO, RPO, RPO. Because when you have a QB with like 95 speed, there's just some things that you can get away with. And honestly, I will say, all jokes aside, their additions on the offensive side of the ball this year, they're going to help me a lot because I am a run-heavy team. I do run a lot of play action, but the fact of the matter is last year I didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. Best wide receiver was Darnell Mooney, and he's a horrible Madden receiver. But because of the fact that we got DJ Moore this year, not only is that going to do some incredible things in real life, but in this league, DJ Moore is going to go off. He just is. His game is perfect for how I play. So I'm pretty excited to see how DJ does this year. Velus Jones, hopefully he makes a team in real life so that he can be on the team come week 1 when we start. But Velus is going to make some noise if he's there. Chase Claypool is going to make some noise. I'm really excited about what the receivers give me in terms of how I play.
Yes, and I think that's going to be helpful to have that around Justin Fields, considering he's still young as well.
Yep.
So if a triple threat bar fight between Nick Tank and Wu Ching Yu broke out with Mike as the referee, who would win? And this is coming. It doesn't say.
Okay, so we got the Colts. He's gonna make a trade for something stupid. It'll be in the middle of this fight. He's gonna like tag in like a little dwarf. So forget about him. Then we got me and we got Nick. So I will say if it's Nick that is he's not playing, he's a Bear fan, I'm going to take over. I'm going to beat him solely like I beat him to taking the Bears this year and the year before that and the year before that. So I'm going to have to take me. Mike, you're a cheesehead, but it is what it is. Forget you. Go ahead and count that 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. OJ's got the win.
Yes, nice one. How well do you think DJ Moore would be?
So I think DJ, again, like I said, DJ is tailor-made to how I play. He's tailor-made to those intermediate routes. He's tailor-made to those curl routes. He's tailor-made for those occasional jump balls to kind of take the top off the defense. I think opposite Velus Jones, because I do plan on Velus Jones being probably my number 3. Going to interchange Claypool and Velus is my number 3, and I'm running 4 out, then 4 wide. Then of course I'm going to have them both on the field. But I think DJ, he's going to have 110 plus catches, and he's going to have probably 1,300 yards. I don't throw the ball deep. I have no issues in saying that. I have no qualms in saying that. My goal is to beat you in time of possession, and my goal is to win by keeping you off the field, not by keeping you from scoring.
Now, the Bears do have a history of having one of the best defenses in the NFL. Are you planning to run maybe man defense, more zone? What's your plan as far as that? If you don't give us a little hint.
That's a good question. So, TJ Edwards, massive pickup this past free agent class, incredible pass defender. Tremaine Edmonds, he's actually my favorite player in the league prior to even him coming to the Bears when he was in Buffalo, but tremendous pass defender as well. I've got Jalen Johnson on the outside, one of the most underrated corners in the league. He's going to be an incredible zone corner. He is an incredible zone corner. Kyler Gordon, he's going to read those plays. Play recognition has got to be up there. I am solely running zone with an occasional man blitz sprinkled in. But again, when you can't get to the passer, because again, I have no problems in saying this defensive line is awful. It is utterly abysmal. And you're going to have to get to you're going to have those corners playing good, and I'm not going to put them on an island playing man. That's just not going to work with the way that this defense is constructed. So this team is going to be all zone.
So what game on your schedule do you have circled?
Every one. Every game is just as important as the last. Every game is just as important as the next. So there's going to be some games that I shouldn't win that I win. There's going to be some games that I shouldn't lose that I lose. And then there's going to be those toss-ups. I'm curious to see some players. I know we have a lot of the same guys, but we also have we got a few new fresh faces, and I'm curious. I don't know how the Vikings guy plays. I am not at all worried about the Packers. Mike, you heard that. I'm not at all worried about that. Jordan Love, no. You're just going to be running with Christian Watson. You're going to be running them streaks with Christian Watson. Streak. I ain't worried about that. Romeo Dobbs, you can go ahead and get blown up across the middle by Jaquan Brisker. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. So I'm drawing a complete blank. So you got the Packers, you got the Vikings, you got me, and how am I forgetting the other NFC North team? I don't even know. It don't even matter. I don't even care. So I'm going to go 6-2 in the North. Watch that. No, I say 6-2. There's 4 teams. I'm going to go 4-2. My bad, y'all. I'm confident in how I'm going to do this year. I really am.
Okay, so that answers one of the questions from the Cowboys. He wanted the bold prediction for the Bears this team. So 2 losses.
So I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna go 12-6, 12-5, 12-6. My gut says, and this is where I'm gonna be working the trade market, y'all. Trades are always open. Only players that are not moving. Tremaine Evans is not moving. Justin Fields is not moving. DJ Moore is not moving. Everybody else can be got. Y'all want a corner? Jalen Johnson, he can be got. Y'all want a receiver on a cheap deal? Darnell Mooney, he can be got. Chase Claypool, you go ahead and pack your bags. You ain't re-signing in Chicago. So I'll take like a 5th rounder for that bum. So I'm telling y'all, my goal is to trade up into the 1st round because I do plan on making the playoffs. Probably going to get bounced, probably divisional round. No qualms in saying that. But I do plan on making the playoffs, and I do plan on having a top 11-12 pick. I'm gonna take some risks. I'm gonna make some trades at the beginning of the season with some teams that I just don't think are gonna be all that good. It's gonna surprise some people, but see that there you go. My line's open. I plan on deving up Justin this year. It's a year of seeing what he can really offer this team, and then from there, 2nd year on, sky's the limit for QB1.
Okay, that would be amazing right there. As I said before, I will be at your front. I might be the first team to do so.
Let's do it.
So when do you plan on grabbing Madden, and are you open for like scrimmages against other users?
100%. So we will start the season when the week 1 roster update drops, which is typically, so you got August 18th is when the games drop, and August 16th is when I'll get it. I need to go ahead and buy it. Actually, I was reading earlier today that if you go to the PlayStation Store, you can get that 50% off if you don't have it in game anymore. So I'm actually going to do that as soon as we get off here. I will get it August 16th. Probably start messing around because I didn't get the beta. Don't know why they didn't give me the beta code, but I didn't get the beta. So I will have to figure some things out, see how the guys play and whatnot. But yeah, scrimmages always. I'm not going to show my hand, of course, but just kind of get a feel for guys, get a feel for how certain players play. And then it's hit the ground running as soon as they drop those week-one roster updates.
Okay, and I hate to hold you a lot longer, but you are the Roger Goodell of the league, so of course, it's going to be longer than the regular users. Any expectations for the GFSSL league? Any?
I expect a league that everybody's going to be glad that they're a part of. I expect a league that is taken serious. Not in a. I understand we all got lives, but taken serious like there's going to be some smack talk. Somebody that has not been here yet that I know will be here, and this man will talk so much, is Tank. He is the Philadelphia Eagles. I swear to you, you probably heard, you've seen guys, all that. Tank will make some trades that you're like, what in the hell are you doing? But I'm telling you guys, there's going to be some tiffs here. There's going to be some fun times. There's going to be some not so fun times. This is a league by the people for the people, and this is a league that really, and the Giants guy said it best. I've been playing with him for a while now. Is if you don't see it on Sundays, it ain't welcome here. If you see it on Sundays, it's welcome here. So you start running around with your QB running like a chicken with their head cut off, go ahead and get out the league. You go ahead and start running zigzag, go ahead and get out the league. You start lurking with linebackers running 10 yards this way, 10 yards that way, get out the league. Everything else, if it's seen on Sundays, bring it here because we are a bunch of guys that want to have fun playing this game. We're going to rage at this stupid game because it's going to have all those stupid game-breaking glitches that it always has, and we all know it has. But we're down to play, and if you see it on Sundays, let's have it here.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Any rule changes or small tweaks that you expect to maybe talk about this season?
So I think the tuning, some of the gameplay tuning is going to have to change. So what we'll do, y'all, is we'll fiddle around with it. We'll kind of scrimmage around or fiddle around with some of this stuff while we scrimmage, see what's going on, and year one will be pretty much the stock, but based upon how we tune things. We'll run votes, of course. I am not somebody who's wanting to take complete control of this. Again, I said this is by the people for the people. So we'll have some votes on certain things, but second year is when things will really happen. That first off season, that's when you're going to start seeing some major changes. Now, major can be something as minor as whatever, changing a quarter to one extra minute or one less minute or whatever, things like that. Or it can be something major. It really just depends on how the game plays. As y'all all know, nobody really knows how the game plays until you get the game, until you play the game. And it's going to take a full season to really figure out how things go and how we need to change things up.
Okay, and four more questions, Mr. Roger Goodell.
Absolutely.
So the next question is any background of your history of playing the game or coaching? Where that love do you get for this football? Where does it come from?
Played it my entire life. Actually walked on to the University of Mississippi back about 11 years ago now, and had football taken away from me by an injury that I couldn't control, fractured my skull. So that was just taken away from me. Never had any aspirations to go to the NFL. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was some world beater because I wasn't. But football has just been something I've been around my entire life. Played it collegiately, played at high school, of course, played at middle school, pee-wee, all that stuff. Football's it, and I'm not going to lie, it makes it a little bit easier when I have players to get excited about with the Bears. It was real tough there for a while. I loved it. My love for football is never going to wane, but it was tough when the Bears were just running through guys after Jay Keller. It sucked seeing Kyle Orton out there and all that stuff. But yeah, we're back. So I think Justin's the truth.
Okay, and the purpose of, can you explain, like in a fast summary, the purpose of the re-signing rule where we get three 80s over 80s to?
So that's a great question. So, and it's probably going to be a long-winded response, y'all, but the reason why is we want to have some sort of, we want to have, I'm drawing a blank with the word. We want this to be a level playing field. And at the end of the day, if people are hoarding all their players, let's be real, that can't happen in real life. Case in point, let's just take the Cowboys, for example. So you got Zach Martin in real life right now who's holding out at training camp. He's like, I want more money. The Cowboys just played Trayvon Diggs. They're about to have to pay Micah. They're about to have to pay CD. They're going to have to restructure Dak's contract. Like, there's just guys that sometimes you can't re-sign. I don't care how good they are, how bad they are. You just can't re-sign them. And what would happen is if everybody had first dibs on everything, you start jacking up the cap. You start jacking up this penalty, you start jacking up that penalty. So it's really a level to create a level playing field for guys, and also to incentivize you to be smart with what you do, guys, because though this is a video game, we want this to be legitimate. We want there to be some Howie Rosemans going out there and getting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson for a number 4 or for a 4th round pick like he did last year. We want there to be guys that you're like, whoa, they only signed for that amount. Well, yeah, because that's what happens when the cap space dries up with certain guys. And if you want to go blow your load on 285 overall players, sweet. Just know that it's going to be real hard when you got that 89 overall who's wanting $25 million a year. It's going to be real hard. So it's really just to create that level playing field. And again, if there's never been issues with this, but if there is issues with this, and we got enough guys complaining, we got enough guys wanting to change it, we'll talk about it. But there's never been an issue, because I think once you see that, it's kind of like that no switch rule. When you initially see that before you've ever played it, you're like, whoa, time out. But once you play it, you're like, okay, maybe there's something to this. Maybe this does create a realistic game as best as we can play in the simulation. So that's really it, is just wanting to create a level playing field and wanting the game to be as legitimate and as realistic as possible.
Yep, I agree with you on that, and I think it helps to have people that's leading this franchise that has that history of playing the game like yourself. You know, I played the game a little bit as well. That's where that hunger from these interviews comes from, is just feeding that hunger, of loving the game.
Yep, absolutely.
So I think that's where that comes from. And the last question is, there's 2 more. Who is the top 3 in the league right now? Should the league be put on notice, in your opinion?
So He was the Eagles. I cannot remember who he went to. Oh my goodness. So Giants is good. Giants is real good. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tag. So when this drops, I'm gonna tag because there's some names that I just can't remember. But when I see the names, because I've of course changed all the names up in the Discord to match the team names, but I'm gonna go in and look because he was the Dolphins initially. He might be the Dolphins now. I can't remember. Whoever's the Dolphins, come on, bro. If you don't win 14 games, you just suck. Like, let's just call it what it is. If you don't win 14 games, there's some issues there. The Chiefs, if you don't win 13 games, there's some issues there. There's just some teams that are just good, that barring you just absolutely sucking, you're guaranteed double-digit wins. The Packers is a good player. Mike's a good player. Steph's a good player. Steph is I can't even remember who Steph is. Steph's good. The Giants are good. The Packers are good. The Dolphins. There's some good players. So what I love about this league is there's really good players. There's better than average players, and there's very few like average players. We don't have any bad players. There's some guys that you just kind of need in your league, regardless of whatever league you're in. You just need those guys that are just trying to have some fun, and they're cool going 0-17. But we really don't have those in this league, and would like to keep it that way.
Yes, I agree with you once, without a doubt. And is there any final things you would like to say to the league? As I said before, this is the owner of the league, the Roger Goodell of the league. So is it any final things you would like to say to us?
Guys, let's have fun. This is something that we do want to go until the next cycle. And then next cycle, we want to do it all over again. Next cycle, we want to do it all over again. I understand that people are going to have lives outside of here. I got a life outside of here. I run a business. My wife and I are self-employed, got 2 kids. You got bills. Everybody's got stuff they're worried about, college, whatever it is. But just give it some sort of respect. I mean, just commit a little bit of time to it. You ain't got to commit a lot of time. We're trying to have fun here. All the rules are there to be followed, but the advanced schedule, for example, we get all the games in, we're going to advance early. Makes no sense not to. We are all trying to have a good time here, but again, there is competitive desire in here because we're a league full of nothing but testosterone. And let's be realistic, guys. We get a little competitive sometimes, but we're just trying to have fun. Roll this until Madden 25, then roll that until Madden 26, so on and so forth. And I'm just glad to have y'all, and can't wait to get this thing going.
It sounds great right there. I definitely appreciate you for joining. And
absolutely,
I will have my messages at your front office, and we can start talking some trade talk.
Yes, sir. Let's do it, brother.
Sounds great. So we'll do another interview to keep in touch with the Bears. And I definitely want to thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Perfect. Thanks so much, my man.